All right, getting ready to pull the head on the 32. I just want to check all the valves, see if they're all carboned up. Replace the water pump. Gasket sets, head gasket, all that kind of stuff. So first step, I just got to drain the radiator. A little petcock down here. Seems to be going good. After that, I'll do radiator hoses. I'm gonna take that bolt off up there and take the hood off just for easier access. All right, still draining the radiator. Well, that should take a while. Small outlet. Drain it into a tub. Word to the wise, stuff's real dangerous for animals. I've got a cat that likes to hang out in the garage, so I'm gonna take care of that stuff right after I'm done draining it. If he gets any antifreeze, that's not a good deal. So I'm gonna let that drain for a while. Start taking some other stuff apart so I can continue on to next steps. Okay, hood is now off. Radiator's fully drained. Go ahead and get these hoses off. Do the valve cover. Spark plugs need to come out. I'll switch over to the other side. Need to do intake, exhaust. All that has to come off to get the head off. And that should be about it. I'm gonna start working on that stuff. Keep you posted on the progress. Got the rocker arm assembly off. So that holds all the rockers and oils all the valve train up top. Got the side cover off. All the push rods go up from down there and actually make the rockers work. So I got a little trick to keep these things in order. Not sure it's completely necessary, but they've been there for so long. I wanted all the push rods to go back in the same exact place they came from. So I just took a piece of cardboard, cut some slits in it. It's the front of the motor there. Now after I get all those cleaned up, they'll be able to go back in the same order that they came out. So next, got to take the carb off, intake, exhaust manifold, and then I should be able to get the head off. And we'll be able to see what that looks like in there. A little worried it's carboned up in there. Valves aren't sealing properly. I had it running pretty good before all this, but just wanted to check it all out, and there's some maintenance that needs to go on in here. So that's where we're at. Clean-ish. Super dirty. These have just been sprayed down with WD-40. I cleaned the head surface a little bit, but this is just WD-40 that they're soaking in, and then these ones, WD-40 and Scotch-Brite is what I used on those. So I'll get a coat of WD-40 on there so it doesn't rust, and I will continue to clean this side. On the 32. Got her running the other day, realized she might need a little more love. So, as you can see, hood, grill shell, headlights, all off. Took the head off, got that all cleaned up. Realized it was a little worse for wear, so took that to the machine shop, getting new valves, valve seats, hardened valve seats on the exhaust side. Got the front end of the motor off, fan, water pump. Got a new water pump coming for it. Should be here in a couple days. It's a sealed unit with a updated sealed bearing, so it's not the old oil style, which will be a nice upgrade. Continuing on with the cooling system. There is the old radiator. I was thinking about putting a new radiator in it, but I took this one out, ran some water through it today and got it to run clean, which I was very surprised. A little junk came out of there, but not too bad. So I think I'm gonna run this for a while. It should be fine. It has a pinhole in the bottom, but this isn't a pressurized system. So it should be fine for now. It's pretty easy to get that thing off of there. So when we do decide to upgrade that, we'll get that done. Here's a bunch of, those are the lifters. Nice and organized and clean, ready to go back in the motor when the head comes back from the machine shop. There's the intake and exhaust manifold. Gonna get that cleaned up and painted. Some more stuff in there. Rocker arm assembly, valve cover, side cover, gasket. Gonna get that all cleaned up and painted. Just kind of freshen everything up. Here is the original carburetor. It's a Carter W1. It's working okay right now. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna send it out and have it professionally rebuilt. I've rebuilt it a few times and it works pretty good, but just trying to decide if we want to stick with that, or there are some upgrades you can get to put on the car that's a little more tunable. So we'll see about that. What else we got here? Ordered a 6-volt electric fuel pump. Gonna get that installed in the car. And really all that's for is to supplement the mechanical fuel pump, which is right here, on starting. If it sits for a while, this will drain out the fuel and you gotta prime it. So once we get that electric fuel pump in there, it will, we'll just be able to hop in the car, turn that on for just a few seconds to prime this pump, turn it back off, and then let the mechanical fuel pump do its job. It works just fine for what this motor needs. So this whole side covers off, so the spark plugs or the lifters go up in here, head sets up on top, and there's a cover that goes over that, which is in there. I'm gonna get that painted. Lots of junk on the front of the motor, gonna get that all cleaned up. This is a 1932, so as to be expected. Never really had any major work done to it, so just kind of getting all the grease and grime off of it. And that is the progress report. Should have the head back hopefully in a week or so, and then I can start putting things back together. Mission is to just get it mechanically sound and get it running down the road, and then we can deal with any other issues. I know it. She looks a little sad. She's definitely not perfect, but I kind of like the look of it. It tells the story of the car. It's been in the family forever, and every little part of it kind of has a story behind it, whether it was my dad and grandpa working on it, or my dad, or when I was a kid with my buddies, or my dad. So every little part of it, like I said, tells a story, and it's just kind of neat. I like the patina. So not really going full on exterior restoration by any means. Just want to get a good running driving car. The front brakes have been redone. I did that about a year ago, maybe a little longer. So took all those apart, new bearings, bushings, grease, got the shoes relined. So all that's good. These tires that are on here, eventually will need to be replaced. I put these on here with my buddy Mike, probably 25 years ago in our driveway with some screwdrivers and some dish soap. So they've been on there a while. They don't have a ton of miles, but just better safe than sorry, get those things replaced. And that should be about it for now. I'll do another video once more progress happens, but it's coming along.